We had a lot of fun wandering around the city, and I ran into a guy with an old school letterpress style printer, and he was excited to show it off to me. I used to work in the letterpress lab back in college, so I have kind of a thing for old printers.
I'm pretty much obsessed with any machine. It doesn't matter what it is, and the older the better.
If you're strolling around the city, make sure you stop by the courthouse and check out the Lady of Injustice statue. Outside of their courthouse, there's a statue of Lady Justice, and she just sort of has her sword and scales sloppily at her side. And it was actually a gag by a Frenchman who was expelled from the country by a Chilean judge who was mad that he slept with his wife. Yeah, so for revenge, he donated this statue and they put it prominently outside and didn't realize that it was ironic and making fun of their justice system until much later, where they were afraid to admit they're wrong and just left it out there. Across the bay, you can see these giant sand dunes in the distance, so we trekked over there and brought Matthias's sandboard and went sandboarding down them.
Japan tried to buy all of the sand from the sand dunes. They were trying to buy it off of the Chilean government so they could melt it down and make glass, but they refused because people like sandboarding.
Go Amy!
Yeah, lean back a bit, bend the knees. You're doing great! There you go. There, yeah, fuck yeah. Doing it! Go left! Not right! Oh fuck. Going fast as fuck.
That's very good.
Imbalance.
That's very good.
It was pretty rough starting, but we all kind of got the hang of it at some point.
That is remarkable.
Fuck yeah! Do it! I actually convinced my grandfather to try it, which was pretty hilarious. He was trying to decide which foot should go first, so I gave him a little push, and whichever foot goes out first, that's the one that should be in the front. After sandboarding, we mostly just drank a bunch of mate and wine and had a little picnic.
Watch the sunset. Go Matthias! Andrea's grandfather had gotten a rental car, and we went out for a little road trip excursion with him.
We drove over to Santiago and visited a couple of the museums. We saw a lot of old indigenous art there, some like old school pipes, and some indigenous clothing and cool hats, and for some reason a giant pile of clothes in a big open room.
We went out into some exquisite mountains and did a little river crossing in the rental car to some hot springs.
Yeah.
This time there was a lot of volcano warning signs.
Yeah, lots of warning signs all over Chile. They're trying to keep you safe.
Well, it's also a dangerous area, I think, with the small strip of land flanked with volcanoes on one side and the ocean on the other.
Yeah, tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. Chile's got it all. My grandfather is an awesome potter. He has his own shop and a wheel, and he makes incredible art. And he wanted to stop by this cool pottery village, so we got to meet a potter and see him using his wheel and a really cute kitty.
They also have the largest empanadas there.
Huge. They're colossal. I've never seen an empanada that large.
We also went to Pablo Neruda's house. He's a famous Chilean poet, and his houses are eccentric and eclectic and exquisite.
Lots of E-words.
Yeah.
Becky's good at the alliteration and stuff. And we got to see this bee crawling all over this flower. After our road trip, my grandfather wound up flying back to the U.S., and we hitched back up to La Serena with Amy.